it because I like to keep it real loud because that's how I've always been known to be. Yesterday we did step 1, which was accepting that we have a fucking problem. The homework assignment was to write down over and over and over, shit is getting fucked up because I keep. Now, this show is called Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. So today we move on to step 2. We came to believe that a power higher than ourselves could restore us to sanity. Believe, keyword. Step 2. Believe that there is something else out there for you. There are many alternatives to drinking that are available. And I choose drinking as the issue we're going to work on because I know it is many people's issues. It is causing many issues in many people's lives. The wind is blowing and my boards might fall. Oh, the phone fell. So it is a windy out here today. So the point of step 2 is to believe that there is something else out there for you to do. Those other options include things such as yoga, meditating, dancing, journaling, painting, coloring, singing, and research. Those are a lot of different things to do. So the first thing you want to try to do is an instead list. Things that you can do instead of drinking. And you want to commit to these insteads for 22 days because that is how long it takes to create any habit. 22 days, one thing different than what you're doing right now. A positive thing. Something that you've been wanting to try but haven't because you weren't sure if it was going to be for you. Believe that this is going to work for you. And believe if it doesn't, that there is something else available for you to try. I want you to write a pros and cons list. You need to understand what discontinuing and continuing your actions are causing you, the consequences that it's bringing you, and the reasons that you do it. I had to put belief into a lot of resources. And one of the major beliefs that I took on was journaling. And this was my first journal that I ever purchased when I wanted to quit drinking. And my last day of consuming alcohol was November 25th, 2017. My first journal entry was December 2017. So what I was doing is I was purposely hurting somebody because I was hurt by them. And I was using booze as a way to cope and realize that I was in so much pain and that nothing what I was currently doing was working for me. And then I made a list of all the negative things that were happening in my life. And then I made a list of all the positive things that were insteads. At the bottom of the page of my journals that I use are inscriptions. I choose not to read those inscriptions until I finish writing my entry because I feel like the universe is responding to me. And I feel like I'm having a spiritual conversation and it is an amazing experience. And when you flip over a couple pages here, I also have things I can do instead for 22 days. The next page, pros and cons. The next page, reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, believe that there is an alternative option that is in alignment with what you need to be the greatest human possible. Subscribe to Naked and Loud and follow along with Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. It's 12 steps, 12 days. We've done step 1. Today we're on step 2. Step 1 was saying that shit is getting fucked up because I keep. Today is believing that whatever that fucked up action is you're doing you can change it. You can do something the opposite. Go find your inner verse. Go find who you are. No excuses. Because we're not going to take it anymore. We don't want this shit. So your homework for step 2, write out the reasons why you're self-sabotaging. The pros and cons to what you're doing. The pros might be acceptance or feeling comfortable or thinking that you're going to have fun, have a great time. Write a pros and cons list, plural. You need pros and cons lists, because what you write down as a pro and a con today, you're going to have a different pro and a con tomorrow. And I want you to keep adding to it. And I want you to see the pros that you think your actions are in your life and then what the cons are in your life. Pros might be such as acceptance and feeling comfortable. The cons might be you're risking your career. You're risking your relationships. Your health might be poor. And you might just be feeling like shit. And we are not going to take that anymore. Then I want you to write down the things you can do instead for 22 days, such as yoga, meditating, working out. Do some research. Do some research on community resources. Go tap into something. Go join a free class. There's free drop-in classes for lots of different things. And if you hop onto social media, you know you can find something in seconds. Research speakers on YouTube, motivational speakers, psychologists that understand addictions and trauma. They have a lot of foundations, that explain why we are who we are and how we get to where we get. Just having a better understanding of yourself helps you be a better person, because you understand what you want and what you need and what you don't want and don't need in your life. You need Naked and Loud. You need Check Yourself Before You Wreck Yourself. You need the 12 steps in 12 days. You need to subscribe. You also need to follow me on Instagram at Check Yourself 2.0. Yesterday, I believed in myself. I believed in my passion. I believed in my want to help other people. And I was able to have my first interview completed. I hadn't seen this coming. I didn't think this was going to be where I was. I thought working out was my thing, but then I never kept up a regimen and I never followed through, and I always felt defeated by my results. It was never really there for me. But I can't stop thinking about helping other people. I can't stop the feeling, the intensity of it that's inside of me. It's like, I gotta fucking do this. I gotta do this. How do I get this out there? How do I do this? And, I'm basically just running these steps right along with you guys. I needed to direct my focus into what myself needs, and no fucking excuses. No excuses. One day at a time. That's all it takes. Today, we're on day 2. Subscribe, Naked and Loud. Follow along. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. We got lots of options coming for you guys. Lots of insteads. Lots of habits to rebuild. Lots of ingredients to create that delicious human you need to see every day when you look in the mirror. Believe. Believe in yourself. You're fucking worth it. We're not gonna take this shit anymore. Let's get naked. Let's get loud. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Love you guys. See you tomorrow.